Dr. Ranade, there's talk of cash transfers. There's talk of ensuring that there is money put in the hands of those who need it most at the moment. There's the inequality index that's been talked about so much, and I want to put that also up here as a major challenge, the rising inequality, wherein those at the bottom 20 percentile, according to recent reports, are the ones who've been hurt the most in these pandemic years. Do you feel some kind of direct cash transfer scheme is needed now?
Yes, Rajdeep, the main driver of growth is consumer spending, and the consumers consist of high income and low income people, but the bulk of the population is middle income or low income. And the survey that you mentioned, the ICE 360 survey, shows that the bottom 20% has suffered an income loss of 53%, whereas the upper quartile or upper decile has gained income by 39%. So that is what we are looking at. We are looking at a very sharp K-shaped recovery where the upper part of the K, which is corporate results, are good. The upper end of the income spectrum, they are doing better. The stock market has done relatively better. But the bulk of the population is on the lower part of the K, which is the informal sector, the micro and small and medium enterprises and large masses. So if you want to revive consumer spending across the economy, you will have to pay attention to the lower incomes, which means that the stimulus that you want to provide has to be in some form of, like I think Jaswant Singh, former finance minister, used to say, putting purchasing power in the pockets of the people. Now, the best way is, of course, through jobs. If jobs can be generated, then they lead to incomes. But while we wait for job generation, and jobs tend to be a lagging indicator, you need to find some immediate solutions. So when you said cash transfer, Rajdeep, one idea that has been mooted for quite some time is in the form of consumption vouchers. So these also stimulate the local economy. So these vouchers are very carefully designed. They've been tried in other countries like Taiwan. They have an expiry date. They're purely digital. And they're targeted towards specific services like local repairmen, local kirana shops, local grocery stores. And they can be directly transferred into people's mobile phones, and the people use that to purchase local goods and services. So that is one thing I think worth trying, consumers consumption stimulus. The other thing, of course, that you mentioned is the urban job guarantee scheme. But I think it, as a concept, it is attractive, but to implement it, it will be quite a big challenge. Unlike rural areas where the project site is near the village, so the commuting time is, it's just within a couple of kilometers. Secondly, the jobs tend to be lower skilled, semi-skilled. Whereas in city, urban settings, people might have to commute longer distances. The jobs could be a little more complex and require skills. So it's not going to be easy to implement a jobs guarantee scheme in urban areas. In fact, no less than the chairman of Hindustan Lever has asked for it. So this has been talked about for some time. But I think a consumption voucher has a better chance. And of course, then we have DBTs too. I mean, the PM Kisan program, it puts money directly into the household budgets of farmer households. Something similar can be tried for the large informal sector in urban settings too. That is direct benefit.